AIO for telling my friend she is no longer welcome to stay overnight. My friend was recently physically assaulted by a family member while living in her parents' home after a difficult divorce that I supported her through. While she was in distress, she asked if she and her dog could stay with me for 8 days because another abusive family member was coming to stay at her parents' house for a week. I didn't hesitate because I wanted her to be somewhere safe. During that week, things happened that have really changed how I see the friendship. Her dog has severe separation anxiety, which I wasn't warned about beforehand. It cried for 10 hours while she was at work, had multiple accidents in my basement that I ended up cleaning, and my cats became so stressed that they started vomiting. I eventually took one to the vet because my cat was losing fur from overgrooming due to stress. Then, while I was at work on Father's Day, she brought her 17-year-old stepson into my home without asking me. I had previously told her it would be okay to have a friend or two over. I agreed because I pictured another adult stopping by while she was home for emotional support and coffee and asking me beforehand because that is a common courtesy I would extend a host. I never imagined she thought bringing a teenager into my house while I wasn't there and letting him go into my very personal spaces was appropriate. She gave him permission to go into my basement and take my custom Gibson SG off the wall and play it. He also used my stepfather's late father's vintage 1970s 2-prong amp, which I haven't even used because it was last played in the 70s. It was sitting away from the guitars and was not set up in any way to play. This kid played $7,000 worth of sentimental equipment between one amp and a guitar. He moved my keyboard onto my TV console to play it, which means a kid I don't know moved my expensive flat-screen TV, which resulted in him knocking a photo I have of me and my biological father over. I only have 2 pictures of my father and they are both on that console. Those photos mean a lot to me because I haven't seen my dad in about 18 years, and Father's Day is already an emotionally difficult day for me. She filmed him playing my instruments and never contacted me to ask if I was comfortable with any of it. For me, the biggest issue isn't that her stepson touched my belongings. It's that I was never given the opportunity to consent. Every decision was made for me in my own home. If she had texted me and asked, I would have said no. I don't have minors in my home for several reasons, and I definitely wouldn't have agreed to someone I'd never met handling expensive and deeply sentimental belongings while I was away. I don't regret giving someone a safe place to stay after they had been assaulted. What I'm struggling with is feeling like my kindness was met with very little respect for my home, my pets, my belongings, or my boundaries. Between cleaning up after her dog, paying for a vet visit because my cats were so stressed, and finding out that someone I'd never met had been given free access to my home and instruments without my knowledge, I'm questioning whether I can trust her judgment anymore. Am I overreacting for telling her? / she is not allowed to stay overnight at my place again. / if she visits, she cannot bring her dog over due to the stress on my cats.